So today we're talking about the rise of the light jets. Now, in my previous video, I talked about charter is way up, 20+% compared to before the lockdowns, 2019. But when we're looking at the private jet market, it's interesting to see that the light jets are really where most of the sales are happening right now. About 60% of the sales. My name is Fabrizio Poli. Welcome to BizJet TV. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, this is all about business aviation. So subscribe, comment below. Let's get this conversation going. But anyway, so let's talk about these light jets. So you're watching this channel because obviously you're interested in private aviation. You may be contemplating buying a jet and you're not quite sure where to go. And this is a very technical purchase and you do need professional advice and someone that can guide you along the process to make sure that you acquire the right jet, the right model of jet, for your mission, and also within that specific type that you pick an airplane that's in good condition and that you actually do own. So the legal side of the deal is also very important. Now, there's a number of aircraft in this category. I'm going to talk to you about a few of them. We've got the Pilatus PC-12, which is very popular, and that is a turboprop. It's got one engine. Now, a lot of people criticize the PC-12 because they say, oh, it's only got one engine, it's dangerous, because what if the engine fails? But if you look at the accidents that have happened, very, very few were to do with the engine. The engine that it has on there is a very, very reliable engine. A lot of the accidents were caused by pilot owners getting into a bit of a muddle. And so what's trending right now in the market, and one of the reasons why the light jets are selling more than any other jet right now is because a lot of people have decided to fly themselves. So what they're doing is they're either already fly or they're going to flight school, they're learning to fly, and then they're going out and they're purchasing an aircraft. Now, the reason they're doing this is, in particular, if in the United States, where a lot of this is happening, you've got lots and lots of airports. And a lot of the regional airports and the regional airlines have scrapped routes because of what happened with COVID, and obviously there's less flying and they needed to sort of, cut their losses. And these routes aren't coming back. Some routes aren't coming back, and some routes you're not going to have as much frequency on those routes. So a lot of companies, a lot of individuals that like going from A to B to C to D, can't do that anymore. And so they think, well, if I buy my own airplane and I keep it at my local airport, which is 10 minutes from my house, then I can fly all over where I need to go. And maybe these people don't need to fly from coast to coast, so they don't need, a 2,400 mile range airplane. They're happy to go for something that's got 1,500 mile range. So the PC-12 is a great airplane. It's a turboprop. As I said, it's got a large cargo door. Another turboprop single engine, which is very popular, is a TBM 940, built by Deha, Sukata Deha. It's a bit smaller than the PC-12, but again, a good airplane to fly. The avionics are a bit easier to get your head around compared to the PC-12. And this is a good airplane to fly those short hops from San Jose to Los Angeles, from Las Vegas to Salt Lake City. Those small, hops inside 1,500 miles. It's a turboprop. Obviously a little bit cheaper to operate than a jet. You've got the King Air, which is very, very popular, and they've been building King Airs for years. King Air 200, 300, 350 now, new ones that have come out. They have got two engines, propellers, a bit trickier to fly. And again, if you are looking to fly yourself, I do advise that you hire a professional pilot to fly with you from time to time. Don't think because this thing's single pilot that you can handle it. Because when things go wrong, the workload can be very, very high, and you're not a professional pilot, and you do need help, and that's really, really important. Then when we get into the jets, we've got Embraer. They build the Phenom 100 and the Phenom 300. The Phenom 300 is a longer version of the Phenom 100. A very good aircraft. The Phenom 300 is the most sold private jet out of all the private jets, and there's a reason for that. The avionics are very easy to use. The airplane's very reliable. It's really, really good machine. Then Honda have come out with their Honda Jet, and that's been quite popular. It took quite a long time for them to get it certified, but they wanted to get it right. They will be coming out with a bigger version called the Honda 2600 probably in the next few years. They've announced this as a concept. So the Honda Jet, a good airplane. It's got a particular shape. Some people don't like it. Some people absolutely love it. The engines are placed on top of the wing. And this is a design which was created by the Germans back in the 1950s. And what this basically does is it creates a very, very quiet cabin. A couple of friends of mine that have Honda jets, they say that you can hear the conversations going on in the cabin from the cockpit. So very, very quiet aeroplane. So that's the Honda jet. Then you've got Cessna, of course. They've been around for a long time. Very reliable company, very reliable jets. There's a whole Cessna citation thing. There's older citations like Citation 1 and 2 that you can buy for not much money. Just be very, very careful when you buy these older aircraft that, the maintenance has been done and all that kind of stuff. And then you've got the citation jets, CJ 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4 having more range than the 1, of course. These are reliable machines, good for, short hops, 1,500, 1,600 miles range, and they work nicely. And then, of course, Pilatus, after they built the PC-12 and had very success with that, they've come up with the jet, the PC-24, which is one of the very few jets that lands on grass, lands on unpaved runways with a big cargo door. So that's the advantage of the PC-24, becoming quite popular. There are a few out there on the pre-owned market. Others you have to order directly from the manufacturer and wait a couple of years for delivery. But that's overall the ones that I recommend out there. But what's best for you? I suggest we get on a call, a one-to-one call, and talk about your needs and everything and that, and see if we can, craft the right operation for you. Because it's not just about the plane; it's also about your pilot training and how you're going to go about the management of the aircraft on a daily basis. Because that's important. The airplane needs to be looked after well. And that's important. So that's all from me. So if you want to reach out for a call, just ping me an email and we'll schedule you in. If you haven't subscribed to BizJet TV, I encourage you to subscribe to BizJet TV. And if you're interested in the bigger jets, check this video out about what Gulfstream's up to. It's interesting. And that's all from Fabrizio Poli on BizJet TV, and I'll see you on the next one.